Well, thanks to the officials led by Stu Jackson and Ronnie Nunn, we get some access to hearing what the officials' conversation is as they wear wireless microphones in our nationally televised games on ESPN and ABC. Here's the best of that put together. Give you a little sampling of what it's like, life as an official and a player in the NBA.
I'm wired. I'm wired right now. I'm wired right now. Last time I was wired, people went to jail. It don't make no sense. None at all. All right, well, you're good enough to play through this. You'll play through this.
Well, I got to play through it, though.
I have no other explanation than that. Ball goes up. If it didn't come down, I would have gave you a technical.
No, but I was supposed to say on my bad defense.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I understand now. Explain that to everybody else that thinks it was unsportsmanlike. The lead. Come on, let's go.
I hate to say it, but if you let me walk around as much as you let Iverson, I'd still be playing.
You think? But if the ball didn't come down, I wouldn't call him technical.
Ball can't cut it. If I go like this, ball has to come down.
Huh?
Who do you want to shoot the technical? Me. Can you still shoot that? No.
That's all I got.
14 fouls to none, and it ain't even 2 minutes off the clock.
I'm not a math major. I don't keep track of that
I
stuff.
know, I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay.
He gets beat up in there, nothing happens.
It's
It was the same ride.
No, kids. Kobe's trying to get to the basket.
Devin was trying to
Wait
get
a
to the
minute.
basket,
A to B, and he winds up at C.
That's the same
Devin
thing with
who?
them. Oh, come on now.
No,
Don't
I'm
say that.
serious. I don't even know what you're talking about. Which play you're talking about? I don't even know the one kid's name.
Devin Brown.
Devin, Joe Crawford. Nice to meet you.
Oh.
6 fouls.
It was on number 5.
If you don't speak it in a foreign language to Nelly, he doesn't understand this.
I like playing hard, you know that.
Do I work hard?
Yeah, you work hard. Me
And
too.
do I respect what you do?
Yeah.
You know what you need to do?
What's that?
Respect what I do.
I respect.
All right?
Is he getting a beer? Come here. Is he getting a beer? Get him and his buddy a beer. You keep the change.
That's all I got.
And then let's eavesdrop along the Dallas sideline.
I read the rule book. If it's a slip, you can go back and get it.
Absolutely.
That's what happened. That wasn't a slip. Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Shot the ball. You're right. You're right. You're reading the rule book?
Yeah.
Come on.
In case I can't get one later.
Well, I got to tell you, Mike Finley, first of all, the most impressive part is that he's reading the rule book. Number 2, he's right. The ball was a slip. But number 3, I think it's the toughest call to make. How can you tell a guy if it slips or not?
And Shaquille O'Neal, maybe the way you defend Shaquille is get him in foul trouble, put him on the bench. One thing's for sure, his coach doesn't like the way it's called when Shaq is in the post.
Every game, and I'm trying not to yell and scream.
No, you're fine, Stan. We're fine.
Don't call the rules the same way on Shaq you do on everybody else.
All right,
Because he's so big.
That's your
you let
opinion.
him
I
get
understand
away
that,
with
but
it.
that's not what we're out here trying to do, Stan. We're trying to apply the rules the same for everybody.
And as he went across the lane, he put that one on. That's a foul, automatic.
All right. Okay.
So that is the official's version of what is going on with Shaq. But
I got a 7'5" giant in the middle with another 7'6" guy, and now I've got to watch feet. It's a tough play, okay? I'll try to give you a look. It's a tough play.
Now there's Allen Iverson. You know, Eddie F. Rush wearing a mic has given us some great sound during this game. Let's go back to the first half. Allen objected. Listen up.
You went for that, man. You went for that. I mean, what did I do, man? I made him block. I made him back up that hard like that. I hit him that hard. I grabbed him. That's what you thought. That was a lot of contact, wasn't it? Huh? I know, you're a cool dude, man. You're a cool referee.
You're a cool dude. That's not worth a T. You can call a referee a cool dude. That's cool.
That's something you can't get away with, huh?
That's exactly right.
When you play the game, and let's not have a talk show out here. I mean, I'm not being smart. I just don't think we need to talk on every play. You with me?
I'm just trying to, I didn't know if you hear me.
No, I heard you. We all heard you. We're good. Let's just play. Let's just play. Let's just play.
See, now I happen to agree with Bob on this, and Sean, I think that in the NBA sometimes in an emotional situation, guys are yapping all the time on every play. They just got to settle in and play. You agree with that?
I
mean,
agree
you
with that.
hesitated on me. You might be taking a player stand here. I don't know, my friend.
I've yapped at the referees myself. Sometimes you got to get your point across.
Here comes Rip Hamilton. Delaney's working. Brown, and of course, Allen Iverson played for him here.
That's right, Brent. And an interesting moment before tip-off at the captain's meeting at center court. Allen Iverson was talking to Detroit's Ben Wallace, and he had some nice words for his former coach, Larry Brown.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, Jay, have a good one. Hey, tell the coach, man. Tell him I said get well. God bless him. Tell him I'll be praying for him. All right, love, baby.
So Garfield Hurd is the boss of the Pistons tonight. We understand, and I'm sure Larry is watching this game, underwent hip surgery and then the complications with the bladder, and has had a painful time of it. And Larry, everybody wishes him the best and hope the coach is back this weekend. Third quarter involving Greg Buckner flashing his elbows and Manu Ginobili appearing to flop away from him as they went at it. And right there, Danny Crawford just a few moments ago explained his decision of no call to Ginobili. Listen.
You know what? That's for me to judge. But I just know that you guys have something going, and I wanted to let you guys know to play basketball. We've had a good game going, and we don't want any stuff. Okay? That's why I stopped the play. Okay?
Outstanding officiating by Danny Crawford, and explaining it to the player. He did absolutely the right thing. Tom Tolbert said it at the time when it happened.
Jim, to use credit, he came to me. I said there wasn't a kick, Antoine. You came to me. There was not a kick, Jim. We got the play right.
And that was excellent officiating. Obviously, a misstated call by Hugh Hollins, and as Joey Crawford pointed out, to Hugh Hollins' credit, he wasn't stubborn.
Well, here is what happened during the timeout in a discussion right here at the table.
I thought that Rodney Rogers caught the ball in the LDB. Do I have to explain the LDB to you, Jeff?
No, I know the rules.
I'll explain it to you if you'd like. Did he? Did he catch the ball in the LDB? I don't want to hear this stuff just because you're going to get another job.
You know, referees always have an answer. Hey, Joey Crawford, Dick, was the only guy to ever throw me out of a game. And I still haven't forgiven him for that.
I'm glad he didn't throw you out of this.
But what his explanation is that Pierce was legally...
Just moments ago, Keith Van Horn thought that he was fouled and did not get the call right here, and then had a conversation with the official, Dick Bavetta.
Excuse me.
How did he not hit my hand?
Excuse me. We talk over here, not in the middle of the court. Under control.
If the ball goes up in the air.
The bottom line is I am not sure. I probably missed the call. That's all I can tell you. I'm not into the ball going up and down. I missed the call.
I'm going to tell you what, we're going to come right back to him.
Okay? That's my bad on that.
So I know I speak for the entire staff when I say this. You can learn from that. You can own up to your mistakes.
Dick Bavetta just did a great job of diffusing the anger, the venom that Keith Van Horn had. What he did is he said to him, you know what, Keith, you're right. I missed the call. I made a mistake. Mike Woodson, the assistant coach, jumped in and said, okay, we're coming right back to him again next time, hoping that Bavetta would blow the whistle next time down. There's Mike Woodson. Okay, the smart assistant trying to jump in and help out.
Tracy McGrady, they're jumping over his back. There's a difference there. We're popping him off their pass. You don't pop him over his back on the first pass? No, but if we do, we'll call it.
They should call this on McGrady, folks. This is basketball abuse.
That's when you open the mouth, take out the mouthpiece, put the basketball in the mouth, put the mouthpiece back in.
I was talking to someone the other day about being physical in the post. I go, you guys don't remember the day when we allowed the post.
Bill Walton does, though.
And then
That was in response to this play here as Dirk Nowitzki comes out and bears the wrath of a Laker team determined to break a 4-game losing streak. Will be communication between players and referees vital to a team's success, but you've seen an example of a hungry team right now, and the Lakers
by 12. Bob Delaney, lead official tonight. You saw him earlier. Watch this jump ball. Listen what happened here earlier on. Led to a Shaq assist.
I'm going up here. Let me get it in the air, right? No, don't lean. Because what you're going to do is you're going to feel me move, and then you're going to want to go get the ball.
Led to an O'Neal assist. Look at that shot of Shaq and Joe. It's funny. Alonzo Mourning hasn't played. They're yucking and laughing here. Shaq is
around. This net's got a string down, and we're going to try to get it fixed. Nothing. Let me ask you a question. If I change, what do we got? If I change that net at the end of the third period down there, will you go with that? Yes, I will. Okay. Get Julie. He's made a legitimate request, and he thinks that this net is dramatically different than that net. So what we're going to do, he's agreed to play the third quarter like it is. At the quarter, I want this net changed.
But Greg Popovich dropped his request, and they'll keep the nets the same.
he realized that it was a specious argument that wasn't going anywhere, and all of a sudden you find yourself getting trounced.
Ming isn't getting a fair shake. He talked about it.
We always officiate, as I keep telling Ronnie Nunn, and he keeps agreeing with me. We officiate Yao Terrell. He'll let small guys beat up on big guys.
On that note, he's very close to dislodging when he's down here.
He is?
Yeah.
That's only because he's getting close.
Good answer. It's not true, but it's a good answer.
Well, we feel the pain of Jeff Van Gundy, but this has been the story of quality big men against small men since the beginning of time. They get away with a little bit more, so...
Loss column at 9 apiece. Well, Odom picked up that second foul, if you were with us earlier. Ronnie Garrettson and Bill Kennedy, the officials even noticed that Lamar had one already.
Don't quite think they wanted Odom to have to take that foul. What do you think? You think?
Well, obviously, everybody else was clued in, so Tom will come back and ask you again. If you're Lamar Odom and you know you have one, do you not foul when the bench is yelling? You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place mid-game. The Lakers lead by 3. Their big star, Chucky Atkins, tonight, 22 points, a season-high 11 assists, getting everybody's notice, even official Ronnie Garrettson.
Don't take this the wrong way. I never knew you were that good. I mean, that good. Huh?
All it takes is for a coach to have confidence in me, Ron. I played 1 year.
Will they just let you run now?
Chucky Atkins, who was undrafted in this league, in his 6th year out of South Florida. He was a CBA rookie, first-teamer in '97. Then went to Croatia for a couple of years to play as well.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Show.
Got a new dude going? What you got going? You got a new dude going?
That's right. You know what happened? I quit Coleman at this summer and started going the other way, so I just wrote with him.
Rick Carlisle's hair was normal about a week ago, and then Ron Artest started talking about a music business. Artest has been hot, though. Indiana has a 59-43 lead.
Back here in Memphis, the Rockets up by 9. You're looking at James Posey, who was called for a travel in the first half and got an explanation from Jim Clark.
I ain't trouble since the second grade. I just want to know what I did wrong. You changed your pivot to it, James. When you came out to hit the ball, you turned and then, you know what I'm saying? That's 3 steps. You receive the ball, you turn, and you go back. I looked at it. You know what? See, that's one of the things they want us calling.
Well, the one thing, he got a very good explanation, even if he hadn't traveled since the second grade. And Jimmy Clark tried to help him understand what he did wrong, but the officials will always go back and review plays during halftime, and they talk about these things. So a good explanation and a three-point play for Taylor and the Rockets.
Is really calling the fouls of impeding the progress of the dribbler. Here's an example. Mike James defending, and watch James guarding against Wade. Watch the forearm. As soon as that forearm goes out, there's the foul. James talked with Bennett Salvatore.
Why not? Tell me. You know what the forearm is when a guy starts his drive? No. You have your forearm out in front of him when he starts to drive. That's a foul.
And you can't, with the player facing the basket, a player with his back to the basket and down in the lower defensive box, you can use the forearm or an arm with a bent elbow. That's when you can use it, but not out on the perimeter when the dribbler is coming at you. Bennett Salvatore, fine veteran referee, one of the top officials in the NBA in his 23rd season.
Well, Mike James, who was called for that foul, he knows all about impeding the progress. He's the youngest of 7 children. You mentioned him from Amityville, New York. But he's also got an older brother named Dione, who's a professional boxer, who I'm sure has taught Mike James everything he needs to know about taking care of business.
He's got a cute forearms on the way to the dinner table. There's a kid ball knocked off.
Says, hey, why can't I get a call?
Oh, Larry grabbed me. I ain't been in line yet. And I'm trying my damnedest.
You gotta stop those fadeaway jumpers, Jamal.
Which one? The one I went to the basket on?
No.
That's the one I'm talking about.
I don't even know where I was on that play.
Everybody's saying the same thing. Ain't nobody knows.
Maybe we're not out here.
The one I'm talking about is not tonight. I'm talking about the game winner that he hit Wednesday night. That one sent back.
Leading by 3. The crew chief for tonight is Joe Forte in his 15th year officiating in the NBA. His game started before the opening tip.
Grace, you got game ball for us? Here's a good one. You like that? Feels good? Feel good? Pick me something. I don't care. Don't matter to me. This is the game ball. You felt it. Now give it back to a point guard. Give it up for a change. Just for a change. One time. Give it up.
Joe taking a shot at Sam Cassell. Forte has refereed an NBA Finals game, an NCAA title game, and an Olympic gold medal game. The only referee to officiate all 3 of those. Play for the Mavericks. He came over in the Nick Van Exel to Golden State trade, as that's where he was for a while, a foul away from the ball. And it's going to go against the Dallas Mavericks, I believe, according to Courtney Kirtland, as Finley gets thrown into the first row, photographer's row, and a child is shaken up on the play. Finley right there making sure the child is okay.
You never want to see that happen. Little fella.
Rush as well. I'll just tell you a little something about the Mavericks guys going in there and making sure the fella's okay.
Call one anyway.
Some tears for the little guy as the crowd gives him an ovation. The Welsh pushing off there, and obviously Finley no control there. Hopefully the little guy's going to be able to tell his friends with a big smile on his face, this black and blue came from Finley.
It'll be a good story when he's 25, 30 years old.
There's the little boy shaking up. And there's the best side of the night. Our little pal showing some toughness back at courtside.
He's a warrior. Look at him.
Got the ice pack on. And Nash giving a hello to his new pal. Michael Finley inadvertently was banged into him on a play, but Finley and Nash went over, made sure the boy was okay. They took him back, gave him some ice, and he's ready for action again. Playing hurt. Ethan Chapman, who's okay and back on the sideline earlier in the game. Nick Van Exel to Golden State. What happened was Michael Finley pushed into Chapman, and Ethan went down hard, was taken off.
Hey, you know what? I promise you, I'll protect you from now on, okay? Is that a deal? Are you okay? All right. Keep smiling.
Danny Crawford saying hello to Ethan. Steve Nash and several of the Mavericks made sure he's okay, and he's our tough performer of the night.
He's the star performer. Took a shot in the eye. He'll have something to tell his friends, that's for sure.
And a nice touch from Crawford. Got that ice on all. Make sure the swelling goes down so he'll be ready to play tomorrow.
He's probably hoping for a shiner.
A badge of honor it will be.
Good hard drive and a blocking foul by Harrington. And Derek Richardson, the official, trips up. Not a good fall by Derek Richardson. When he comes up, he's a little shaken up and upset that he fell down. He's mad at himself. Seeing a little bit of a limp. This is not good. Richardson, tough guy out of Brooklyn. That's where he was born in his 7th year in the NBA. Let's take a look. Very violent game out here in NBA basketball. Down the lane, Artest just again continues to play outstanding defense. What did he fall over? I think some outstretched legs. From off the court, there wasn't even a player in the game that was involved in that. He may have tripped over the baseline. Now there's some legs out there. You know, there's a very thick paint here in Indiana. Now that's a hard foul. You know, I think he just turned his ankle. That's what it looked like. Who's been doing this for 26 years in the NBA, come over and said he was so excited he got the right call. Well, Richardson, one of the fine young reps in the NBA.
Jackson. Hatte Diskussionen mit dem Schiedsrichter.
Stand here next to me, man. Yeah, I hear you barking over there. I do not know. No, you barking.
Bobby Jackson. Ich glaube, es ging um eine bestimmte Szene.
What a bizarre